is how we get ants! Hi, I'm the Lord High Mooman, and welcome to West Coast Geeks vs. Nerds, the debate-style program where we investigate topics no one else has the guts, tenacity, or interest to investigate. The object of the show is simple: secure victory for your team's candidates using facts, obscure knowledge, and trash talk. Tonight, Skeletor vs. Bowser on West Coast Geeks vs. Nerds! Of ultimate destiny. Yeah! I'm just gonna keep going.
Ultimate destiny.
We'll use that in the B footage. Nice. For Skeletor, Team Geek and your geek leader. Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, please respectfully applaud as we bring out tonight's prosecutors. Representing the people of Eternia versus Skeletor from the Eternian law firm Fish Face, Rhino Man, and Goldenstein, your head prosecuting attorney, Keegan Fish Face. Also from Fish Face, Rhino Man, and Goldenstein, and representing the people of Eternia, please politely applaud for Brent, Rhino Man, attorney at law. As the Honorable Lord High Mooman, I ask you to welcome our final prosecutor for tonight's court session, representing the people of Eternia. Put your hands together for Ruben Goldenstein! And for Bowser, Team Nerd and your nerd herder, Goomba Goom Akalaka Laka Boom, Goomba Goom Akalaka Boomba. Open the door, get on the floor. Everybody walk the dinosaur. With Andrew Lynch! This man is the creator of Minus World Improv, the video game comedy show with the fictionals. He has beaten Mario is Missing and Mario is Missing 2 Bangkok Dangerous. Please welcome to the stage Daniel Chai! An improviser from the island and a proud player and participant of the Mario parties. An actor who is ready to attack buddy of Bowser, AJ Birtwhistle. All right, geeks and nerds, how are you guys doing today?
Just splendid, my man.
I think when
Just
you came
another
up here...
day.
Quite well, Your Honor. Thank you very much for having us.
Nice.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, please take your 20-sided die and please roll for initiative.
We have an 11.
We have a 5.
Hallelujah!
All right. So, geeks, do you choose to go first or second?
We choose to go first, Your Honor.
Excellent. I'm liking the respect, finally. All right, you have 2 minutes to explain to me why Skeletor is the most persistent bad guy. Please begin.
Ladies, gentlemen, and human-animal hybrid monsters of the jury, it is my duty to inform you all that among us tonight is the most vile, pestilent, and persistent villain that has ever lived. Indeed, in a court battle spanning over 33 years, the people of Eternia have been attempting to convict Mr. Skeletor of his many wrongdoings and finally see justice upheld. Of course, as is his right, Mr. Skeletor has appealed his conviction each and every time, but no more. Finally, we have brought the case all the way to the Eternian Supreme Court, and so it is on all of you tonight to put the right man behind bars.
We leave it in your hands, people.
Your sweaty palms. Mr. Skeletor's crimes are so numerous and so heinous that I've prepared a short list of only his most terrible wrongdoings. While I read them aloud, bailiff, would you please distribute the evidence? Your Honor, this is for you. This is a copy for you.
Oh, thank you. I recognize him.
Mr. Skeletor stands accused of high treason, low treason, 250 counts of attempted homicide with 150 counts of attempted regicide included, illegal magical practices, impersonating a member of the royal court, impersonating a member of the royal family, attempting to make the moon crash into the planet.
That's also the Skull Kid law.
Yeah. Crimes against humanity, criminal negligence, driving while under the influence of sorcery, cruelty to animals, cruelty to animal-human hybrids, cruelty to plant-human hybrids, perjury, torture, summoning demons to destroy everything and everyone.
Classic.
Kidnapping, extortion, breaking and entering, war crimes, including interdimensional war crimes, hate crimes, creating a black hole on the surface of the planet, hate speech, destruction of personal property, assault and battery, and arson.
15 seconds.
And the list just goes on, Your Honor. Please, members of the jury, esteemed friends and colleagues, find this man, if we can even call him that, guilty, and let us be rid of his evil at long last.
All right. Let's hear it for the geeks. Very formal, very formal. Moving on to the nerds. Nerds, you have your 2 minutes of intro. Explain to me why Bowser is the most persistent bad guy. Please begin.
After the Super Mario Super Show was sadly canceled in December of 1989, Bowser just kept going and tried to keep the show alive by himself in 1990 by hosting a show called King Koopa's Cool Cartoons. He even spelled cool with a K because he gets kids.
It was the 90s.
This was a live-action show with children in the audience chanting his name. Now, 1989 was the year Nintendo released the critical and commercial failure known as the Power Glove. But in 1990, after its failure was complete, Bowser and Ratso the Prize Rat still gave away Power Gloves on his show in an effort to sell them. Selling the Power Glove after 89, now that takes persistence. Well, but did it work? Well, Freddy Krueger likes evil and children, so there's no question he would have been watching the show. And in the 1991 film Freddy's Dead, The Final Nightmare, he attaches the Power Glove to his signature claw in order to control and kill sexy teens. Genius! Despite the fact that Nintendo actually said no when New Line asked if they could do that, the Power Glove sales went up. His persistence pays off. He follows Mario and tries to cause trouble wherever Mario might go, even to the Ice Capades. Now, I watched a 1989 home video of the Super Mario Brothers Get Real at the Ice Capades, and while a teenage Jason Bateman and Alyssa Milano are trying to enjoy a fun game of Mario, Bowser smashes through the fourth wall just to ruin their fun. The toddlers in the audience were really enjoying the show, and you can audibly hear the cheering stop when Bowser shows up to sing. A couple kids from the crowd were placed into question boxes while skaters dressed as Mario danced around and skated a bunch of confused and terrified toddlers around the ice. But did he let that stop him from finishing his Ice Capade routine? No. He stayed perched on his foam castle, persisting through the boos and crying of 2-year-olds.
All right. Let's hear it for the nerds. Pulling out all the obscure knowledge right off the bat. Some real Mario Ice Capades. Now you know. All right. We're going to move on to the attack round, but before we do, I'm going to hand out the rebuttal tokens, which can be handed back into me to instantly rebut something the other team has said. So, the rebuttal tokens tonight for Skeletor. You did just mention cruelty to the animals, so I'm kind of hesitant to give you this, but here's a little Panther. Enjoy. And equally adorable, a sexy pinup of Princess Peach for Bowser. There we go.
Oh, that's tasteful. I
It's
should've
very
worn
tasteful.
that.
It's got mushroom pasties on
She's
there.
got the mouth open. And
There we go,
everything.
yeah.
told me you posed for a picture like Can you pass that over here? Just pass it over here. There we go.
You better hope they rebuttal something. All right. So, moving on to the attack round. Settle down. Settle down. Don't blow your wad just yet. The attack round for the geeks. Please explain to me in 2 minutes' time why Bowser is not the most persistent bad guy. Please begin.
Thank you, Your Honor. Now, if it please the court, I just want to reiterate that we are looking here to see that both Bowser and Skeletor are being accused of being bad guys. Now, I may just be a simple country lawyer, but even I can see that Bowser is clearly being maligned by awful propaganda. You mentioned he is a single father who not only manages to balance his work and family life, but has also turned around the economy in these hard times of the Mushroom Kingdom. So much so that currency is used in building materials. On top of that, I don't have to look very far back into the past as a Southern Eternian to see that humankind can fight amongst each other, whereas Bowser has managed to bring together all of the species, the Goombas, the Koopas, the Bomb-Bombs, all together living in harmony, only going to war against one man. Now, a great man once said, "I have a dream." That man was Mario, and his dream was Super Mario Brothers 2. Even in his dreams, that man wants to go to war against kings with green skin and depose them. But does Bowser stoop to that? No. No, Bowser lays out a hand of friendship, and we prepared a little slides here. If you could please get that going, sir,
Right,
up in the booth.
30 seconds.
Here we go.
Here.
Bowser is a friend to all. I wish the music was playing right now. It's gorgeous. I don't know if the video's playing. There we go. We get to see that Bowser's good friends, high-fiving Mario, engaging in various sporting activities. We have your baseball, your basketball. See all the good times that are being had. Tandem go-karts, my friends. Tennis together. Oh, so lovely. Bros watching hoes throwing fireballs. Oh, Lordy. And he's a respected member of the community. More than that, he will bring all of his wondrous... oh, sorry, that wasn't supposed to be in there. That is actually the only smiling picture of Dennis Hopper I could find. And, oh, no, that's not supposed to be in there. I'm sorry. Turn that off. Turn that off. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Just too
That
much.
is the end.
I'm so sorry.
That is the
I'm so
end.
sorry.
But I couldn't interrupt the slideshow, but we do, before we start the next round, we do have a sexy picture of Peach being turned in. What point? I have no idea. What point would you care to rebut?
That was very lovely. We wanted to say thank you.
Thank you.
Bowser
Good
is a
rebuttal.
very persistent friend and a persistent king.
All right.
Persistent bad guy.
All right. Well, that moves on to the attack round for the nerds. Nerds, please explain to me in 2 minutes' time,
Technical difficulty.
after you destroy the stage, explain to me in 2 minutes' time why Skeletor is not the most persistent bad guy. Please begin.
Now, there are a lot of things I could say to attack a big, purple, obvious, fabulous purple target like Skeletor, but I'm on a tight 2-minute time limit here. I could allude to his poor planning. I could point out his poor planning proficiency, or I could allude to his atrociously awful aim, or I could maybe mention his miserable management of his moronic minions. But I'd love to say something about his slippery slide into outright incompetence, but those really aren't what we're here to talk about today. No, perhaps I should probably just protest the persistence of your profligate pile of pathetic purple.
Ooh, alliteration.
Persistence, yes, persistence is a trait that Skeletor might seem to have, but after all, he has to keep coming back periodically and trying to take Castle Grayskull or what have you, but otherwise there wouldn't really be much of a show. But let's face it, besides his one just awful attack per episode, if that, he never really puts in the extra effort that might make a villain persistent. He has plenty of potent, pernicious powers with which to pummel the protagonist, but performs a pair of them primarily before putting an end to his push and pulling out. Even with all these mad powers he has, dark magic, teleportation, telepathy, hypnotism, illusions, freeze rays, scientific knowledge, and so much more, he still flees almost every time he's faced with danger or diminutive doubt. Oh no, is there a small chance I might lose this fight? I'd better skedaddle. He gets hurt, he gets lost. His minions fail, he retreats. Pretty much anything goes awry, and off Skeletor goes. Oh, this little Skeletor attacks Grayskull. This little He-Man shows up. This little skeleton cries, wee, 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 all the way home. Every episode is like that. He's really resolute at his repeated retreating. If we were trying to debate who the most pigeon-hearted purple pansy is, then Skeletor is the pinnacle of pusillanimity. Otherwise, the only operation in which he particularly packs much of a punch or persistence is running away.
All right. Let's hear it for the alliterative Team Nerds.
Your Honor, is this a bad time to mention that Mr. Goldenstein's species cannot perceive the letter P?
That was complete gibberish for you then. Oh man, I have nothing to say after that. Let's just move on then to the Moo Man question. Spooky Moo. So the Moo Man question is a question chosen specifically by me for each debate. Tonight's Moo Man question for Skeletor versus Bowser is, to be the most persistent bad guy, one must have a solid end goal. Please explain what your candidate would do after finally defeating your arch nemesis. So, what is Skeletor's retirement plan, essentially? 2 minutes, please begin.
Well, Your Honor, as Skeletor is still active in the field of crime, we've had many years to study and analyze Mr. Skeletor's devious behavior. In fact, we assembled a panel of experts from around the galaxy to give us their predictions on what the accused's post-victory actions might look like. Here are just a few of their findings. Our behavioral statisticians predict a 98% chance that Mr. Skeletor, claiming power over Eternia and the secrets of Castle Grayskull, would immediately exterminate all non-evil beings from the universe, with a 2% margin of error on that. That means me, my esteemed colleagues, the rest of the panel, and many of you in the audience tonight would be gone forever.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, we also discovered that Skeletor's ego would make it impossible for him to not put his face on every placard, every postcard, every castle tapestry. And this, of course, would set an awful course of events, making all of the young children, the young men and women of tomorrow would see these images every day, see his inhumanly gaunt face along with his bodybuilder physique. And this would cause them to develop body dysmorphia, wanting to have this ideal body. 0% body fat is not the way.
Think of the children!
On top of that, Skeletor's various monstrous allies would force him to make bestiality legal, nay, mandatory.
It's not that bad.
Crushing the little bit of moral fiber we have remaining. Oh, bodybuilder, Jesus, save us!
All right. Is that good? All right,
Additionally,
you have 30
our
seconds.
experts on multiverse theory predict that Mr. Skeletor could use the secrets of Castle Grayskull to reach other planes of existence and conquer them as well. There's a 75% chance of Earth, 88% chance of Babylon 5, 100% chance of Vancouver, British Columbia, and a 723% chance of the Mushroom Kingdom, where he would face the combined forces of United Mr. Bowser and Mr. Mario, which he would crush sadistically after a brief one-sided war.
All right, and that is time. Let's hear it for the geeks. Moving on to Bowser and his end goal plans. Explain to me in 2 minutes' time what Bowser would do after defeating that pesky plumber. I think we've had enough P words for right now.
Moo Man, ladies and gentlemen, let me take you to the top of Bowser's castle, where we find Bowser and Mario facing off for the umpteenth time. Bowser spits a fireball at Mario, hitting him squarely in his pixelated face. But this time, Mario does not drop through the bottom of the screen with a do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do. Instead, his charred body falls to the rooftop, smelling faintly of mushrooms and regret. Soon, Bowser realizes that something is wrong. The paratroopers in the sky are frozen mid-flight. The piranha plants are stuck mid-pipe.
I hate when that happens.
Mario isn't the only thing broken. The game is broken. You see, we know that bad guys aren't supposed to win. Bowser knows that he's not supposed to win, but he has won, and there are consequences. Bowser leaves Jumpman behind and wanders through Mushroom Kingdom. He drives through Wario Stadium, stomps through Yoshi's Island, and makes it to Peach's Ice Garden. Apt because Bowser gets out of his cart and walks to the princess, frozen, holding a power mushroom, a smile on her face. Bowser places a tender claw upon Peach's face and knows what he must do. If Mario can't reset the game, perhaps Bowser can. Bowser drives and drives and drives to the top of Rainbow Road. Not just any Rainbow Road, but the N64 version. He swerves, takes a deep breath, and punches in the power mushroom he took from Peach's hand. Bowser flies into the void and for a moment prays for an ending or a new beginning. Bowser opens his eyes and finds himself once again on top of his castle. His nose can smell mushrooms and regret. The Goombas are frozen mid-grimace. The question blocks are frozen mid-spin. Nothing has changed. Nothing will change. You see, by killing his nemesis, Bowser has nothing to live for, nothing to exist for, and yet he still waits at the end of the level for a hero that will never come.
All right.
Bowser
I'm gonna have to stop.
Objection!
We have a rebuttal token being turned in. Speak your mind, Phoenix.
Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, my objection here is not for any particular thing that opponents said, but rather for the fact that they are making an equivalency of the games that Bowser plays next to the games that Skeletor plays. The games that Bowser plays are basketball and football. The games that Skeletor plays are crushing your family. Crushing your family. He killed my family. Oh, Skeletor killed my family. He
All right.
killed my family.
All right. We're gonna have to end that rebuttal there, and that also ends the round for the nerds. Give it up.